Oh. Didn't see you guys there. Was not just doing nothing. Let's go! So I just packed me a dip of that wintergreen, and it was my last pinch. Dry as fuck too, because it sits in my forklift all day at work. And I don't know why the fuck I did this, but I had my sink, and then I just went straight to my fridge, where it's got that water dispense thing on it. I don't know if you guys all have that, but it's got a water dispense thing. And I fucking put a good teaspoon or more of water in there. You guys ever play with your shit when you were little? Because basically it felt like I was throwing around a little fucking turd and put that shit in my mouth. Like a sloppy ass Hershey Squirts diarrhea fucking little tombstone turd. And it wasn't the funnest thing to play with. But it does it. Does the job there. So today I want to tell you guys about my first motorcycle crash. And how shitty it was, I guess. So about, what was it, 2 years ago, got my first bike. So I was like, fuck, was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I suppose so. A couple months before I turned 17, I got my first bike, which was a Yamaha 450. It's like smaller bike, I guess, cruiser. Still fun to ride, especially for a first motorcycle. And unfortunately, I only had it for like about a month. And I usually ride it through kind of busy towns, going down to the lake and stuff. But me and my friends were hanging out, fucking around town all day, swimming and shit and fishing. And at nighttime, we worked at a bait shop, all my friends and I. And we all split up or whatever. I was on my way home, and to leave town, it's like 25 miles per hour and picks up to 45. Right by this gas station, there's an intersection that I get on the highway, and I go under the bridge. And I'm cruising, no helmet or anything. Like a dumbass, I guess, even though I still don't wear a helmet. But I'm cruising doing 25. And it's later at night, about like 9 o'clock, so it's pretty dark. And I'm going perfectly fine. See a friend on the way, say hey or whatever. And all of a sudden, 100 yards down the road, I'm going through that intersection. I see this chick about to come. She's turning across my lane. And I see her kind of hesitate, and I was like, alright, this is getting fucked. So I slow down a little bit, and then she completely stops. So I'm like, alright, she notices me. I'm going to go. So I slow down to about like 17 miles per hour or something. I start picking back up speed. I'm going 25, and it turns into a 45, so I'm still putting up speed. I hit about 35, and all of a sudden she just comes flying, fucking floors it off the line. I mean, she was doing some Fast and Furious shit to try and cut in front of me for some dumbass reason. She comes flying out. I hit the brakes. I'm like tapping them, and then I'll end up blocking them up because I have no time. She pulled out 10 yards in front of me. And I'm like, alright, well, this is the end of my life. And I closed my eyes right before I hit her car. And I ended up T-boning like the back right tire or wherever, I don't even remember. But I T-boned her. Flew over the car, and this is not my fault, she blew the light. Flew over the car and bounced and rolled, skidded down the road about like 40 feet. And during that whole time my eyes were closed. I never hit my head once. I don't believe. I mean, I didn't have any head pain or anything like that. Never hit my head. And then I stood up and looked down, and my jeans were all bloody and shit. And you couldn't feel anything because there's so much adrenaline going through your body. But I looked to the left of me, to a witness, and her jaw was just on the floor. Like, how the fuck is this kid standing up? Cause I stood straight up. I'm pretty sure I rolled into a standing position. I looked at her and I was like, just started going off. I was like, who in the hell hit me? She's like speechless, doesn't know what to say. Points to this lady in this little silver car. And I just look at her. I immediately start flipping out after seeing my bike just in pieces. I mean, I guess I was more worried about the bike than myself, which is kind of stupid. But I look at her, start going off, everything. I'm just like, I'm gonna call my friend. We're gonna throw my bike in the back of the truck and leave. That's how fucked my head instantly got. So we call the cops and stuff. Everyone shows up. I didn't even have my motorcycle's license or temps or whatever. Now I do, but I didn't have it then because I figured my dad doesn't even have his. He's been riding a lot longer or whatever. He's a rebel. And the cops get there and everything. We're talking and stuff. I'm sitting on the curb, and like 30 minutes go by. My friends came, obviously, and we're all sitting there talking or whatever. And then I start feeling the pain. I'm like, yeah, my fucking legs hurt like a son of a bitch. If I wasn't wearing, I always wear my work boots or whatever. If I wasn't wearing those, I'm pretty sure I would have broke both my ankles because those things hurt for days. But we get done dealing with all the stuff like insurance, all that stuff. And I get in the ambulance. They're like going over my body and stuff, making sure nothing's broken, all that, and I'm just telling them, yeah, I'm fine. Like, nothing really happened to me. And they looked at one cut on my leg because it was kind of deeper and just gave me a fucking band-aid, which I was like, yeah, throw that bitch on there, I'm fine. And then it all clears up, whatever. People didn't even stop when I got hit. That's the shitty thing. People were just fucking flying past me like there was no tomorrow. Like they had places to fucking be as I'm standing in the road. As my motorcycle's right there fucking in pieces. No one stops to see if I'm okay. But then, after I get home or whatever, I'm laying down in bed. My mom goes to bed because I tell her I'm fine, like I'm just glad I'm okay or whatever. And all of a sudden I'm laying in bed, I'm like, holy shit, I'm really starting to feel this pain. I look down at my leg, my sheets are just covered in blood, my blanket's covered in blood, my left leg, the cut was too deep or whatever, I needed stitches. There's blood all over the place, so we go to the hospital that night, check me in and shit. And I'm laying in bed, or the hospital bed, till like 5 in the morning. They could do concussion tests, nothing showed up. No sign of concussion or anything. Gave me stitches and stuff. I had road rash like all of my ass and back, so they gave me some stuff for that. Sent me home. And the next day I had school. So I go there. I drove there. And it was actually kind of scary too. Because after you be in a crash like that where you almost lost your life, you could have, you kind of sketch out at everybody driving past you and you're like so much more aware. So I'm like freaking out about going through intersections and shit because I don't want someone to pull out in front of me and hit him again or anything like that. I'm just really paranoid. I drive to school. I get there. I try going to my class, where we have resource, like a little study hall at the beginning. I had no idea where that was. And then I completely skipped that. I just went in the library and sat there. And then time to go to class, I have no idea what class I'm supposed to go to, anything. I was totally clueless. So, I was dating this one chick at the time. She took me to the nurse's office telling me to go home. And I'm sitting there like, no, fuck that. Like, I want to go to school. And I was like, I was getting super pissed. Went to the nurse's office. My girlfriend's sitting there. She starts crying and shit. Because this nurse is she asked me the day and the month and everything, and I couldn't tell her. She asked me who the president was. I couldn't even tell her. I was kind of hoping it'd be Trump, but no, it wasn't. So the nurse, I'm flipping out on her, literally dropping F-bombs, telling her to let me go to class, just give me a schedule or something. So she calls up guidance and all that stuff, and they come up just in case I start like throwing punches, which I don't think I would have done. They all tell me to go home and everything, and then I kind of calmed down, like, alright, sweet, I get to go home. Then go home, or my mom picks me up, takes me immediately to the doctor to get a concussion test, and yeah, I had a pretty bad concussion. Ended up having to do therapy for like 3 months on my memory, going there and do a bunch of bullshit like quizzes and stuff like that on just for your memory or whatever, until it was better. My memory is still not the best. A lot of things I will forget, and even if someone tells me something now, I can forget it in like seconds. But yeah, if anyone's looking to ride a motorcycle, please get a helmet for your safety. Even though I never hit my head, the doctors say it's from whiplash, so I mean, I don't even know if a helmet would have helped me. But if you're looking to ride, I'd wear a helmet. It's kind of dumb coming from me, because since then I've bought 3 bikes, 2 Harleys and an Enduro, and I still ride my Harley or whatever without a helmet. I did ride my Enduro with like a motocross helmet, because it actually looked decent on the Enduro since it's like a dirt bike, and I'd always go off the road and bomb through fields and shit and through the woods. But definitely if you're looking to get a bike, I'd get a helmet, at least for your first bike, until you're experienced and really careful of what's going on, even though anything can happen at any time. But that's probably the best thing to do. And I wish I had videos of me back when I couldn't remember anything, because I could show you what the hell happens. And make sure you wear boots always when you're riding a bike. I see people wearing sandals and shit, and I think they're just fucking stupid. Because if you get in a motorcycle accident, even if you lay a bike down the slide, which I have to do now on my Harleys, thank God that was like a cruiser, so I was in like more of a sitting up dirt bike position. But if you have to lay a bike down, you're fucking scraping your ankles down to the bone. Even, always wear jeans too, and long shirts, or a leather jacket. Like now I wear a leather jacket, but make sure you actually are protected in case you do get in an accident or lay a bike down or anything like that. Even just riding, you slip on stones or something, lay a bike down, make sure you're always wearing protective gear. Because what happened to me was not fun, and every day for a couple months, I literally wake up and have to peel my fucking boxers off my ass because they were just stuck to the road rash, and I just ripped the scabs, or like the half scabs, just gooey pussy skin off my ass, and my shirt was always stuck to my back from the road rash. I wish I was wearing my leather jacket back then, but I wasn't. So always make sure you're wearing protective gear, because that is probably the worst thing. The road rash kills, especially just tearing those scabs off every day. So painful. And I don't know, high boots if you want them, but just boots are just the best thing to wear for protecting your ankles and stuff. But yeah, that was my motorcycle crash. Since then I haven't really done anything like that besides wipe out my dirt bike. My friend actually wiped down his dirt bike, or my dirt bike, like his lip on the brake, and he got like a blood blister or something, like almost looked like a small ass tumor in his lip, and he thought he had mouth cancer from dipping. But he started dipping now, and it's kind of going away actually. But yeah, since then, I don't know, you become so much more cautious of what's going on. So that pretty much wraps up today, I guess. Stay safe. Keep on dipping till you get mouth cancer. 'Cause I'm dipping till I get mouth cancer. Right on. I don't give a damn.